Champa arrives on Beerus's planet and like normal a tournament is formed. Now Goku has to find 4 other people, which is pretty simple. Shallot, Giblet, Vegeta, and Yamoshi. But I still think Goku and Vegeta will still go in a hyperbolic time chamber to go train for 3 years. Shallot, Giblet, and Yamoshi will keep on training in Whis' staff. In the hyperbolic time chamber, both Goku and Vegeta would perfect their blue forms, since in this timeline, Goku doesn't have the Kaioken, so he would mainly focus on power just like Vegeta. Once the tournament is ready, everybody would be transported to the nameless planet, so like normal, Goku will be up first, and his fight with Batamo would go the same, and his fight with Frost would also go the same. Frost using poison to defeat Goku. So up next would be Shallot, and Shallot wouldn't go full power from the start, so Frost would take his chance to cheat again and would eliminate him. But Jaco would have noticed this and would expose Frost, and Frost was disqualified from the tournament, but Giblet wanted him to stay in. He wanted to embarrass Frost for cheating, so Frost and Giblet would fight it out, but once Giblet transformed into a Super Saiyan, he would get one-shotted by Giblet. So up next is Vegeta, and Giblet would have been able to find out Vegeta's weakness and would start to insult him. Vegeta would cry as he eliminated himself. So next is Cabba, and both Cabba and Giblet would have a respectful fight. Giblet would teach Cabba how to transform into a Super Saiyan and would also show him the God form. Giblet would have eliminated Cabba, and up next is Hit. And Hit would honestly destroy Giblet. Even if Giblet goes blue, he can't do nothing against Hit's time skip. So up next would be Vegeta, and once Vegeta transformed into perfected blue, he does give Hit a challenge, but once Hit starts to improve his time skip, Vegeta starts having trouble staying concentrated. So Hit would eliminate him, and up next is Yamoshi. And in this fight, Yamoshi destroys Hit. You guys gotta remember how busted Yamoshi is. He was able to stand against Beerus and Super Saiyan God. And even with Hit improving his time skip, Hit doesn't stand a chance, so Yamoshi would eliminate him. Champa is honestly surprised. There's a mortar around Beerus' level, so he would want to train his warriors instead of threatening them. Keep this in mind for later. So like normal, Zeno would show up, and Goku and Zeno will have the same relationship, and Beerus would make the same wish to revive his brother's Earth. So the Saiyans would head back to Beerus' planet to keep their training up. We go into the future timeline after the defeat of 13. Population would start to build again, and our Sea Fighters would continue their training. One day, some weird looking guys would have teleported right in front of them. And this was of course Shin and Kambito. And Shin would explain about Bobbity and how he's a major threat, so Shin would offer to train them. So Trunks would have taken this offer, but both Gohan and Cell wanted to stay on Earth since they didn't want to risk something happening to Earth while they was gone. So Trunks would leave to train with the Kais, and Cell and Gohan would train with each other, trying to push each other to higher levels. Gohan would have wanted the Super Saiyan 4 transformation, but didn't know how to, so he would talk to Bulma and see if she can help. So Bulma would have built the Blitzwave machine, and once Gohan uses it, he transforms it into a great ape. But Cell is there to stop him till he gets some control within the form. So Gohan would get control, and then he would merge Super Saiyan with Great Ape, then he loses control again, but with Cell's help, he's able to get control and get the Super Saiyan 4 transformation. Both Cell and Gohan would spar with each other, but Gohan would defeat Cell. Cell would be shocked by Gohan's power. On the Kai's planet, Trunks was able to pull out the Sea Sword and would start training with it. He would learn some Kai abilities like Kai Kai and healing. They were about to test the Sea Sword's durability, but they would have felt Babbidy's key, so they would teleport to his location. Once they teleported, they would have seen Gohan and Cell fighting Deborah. But let's be honest, by how strong Cell and Gohan is, they would immediately kill Deborah. Even if he tries spitting on someone, they would just be too fast for him. So Trunks would just kill Bobbity, and the Kais are shocked by how strong Cell and Gohan are. And they would thank Cell and Gohan for defeating Deborah. So they would head back to their planet with Trunks. Some time would pass, and Gohan actually started to have a better life. He would have met Videl, and they would have a good relationship. But eventually Metal Cooler would arrive on a planet, but with Gohan having Super Saiyan 4 and Cell being stronger, Metal Cooler would stand no chance. he would be defeated by trying to absorb Gohan's ki, but Gohan would overflow the system. But a little change would happen since Cooler would try attacking Gohan, but Gohan would use a Masenko to blast him towards the sun again. Cooler would scream, cursing at Gohan as he is disintegrated by the sun. Gohan said that was for Nappa, and the big Yeti star would explode. Sometime after that, Gohan would have started to date Videl, but he wouldn't slack off too much on his training. When Gohan is on a date with Videl, they both would hear a massive explosion. Gohan would tell Videl to run as he goes investigate what's happening. Gohan is shocked to see Vegeta? Vegeta, how are you alive? Vegeta, no, I am a god who would kill every single mortal. Black would have sent a blast towards Gohan, but Gohan was easily able to reflect the blast. The two would start to clash. At first, it's even, but once Gohan starts to transform into Super Saiyan 2, Black stands no chance. So he would flee, and Cell would have arrived. Gohan would inform him on everything, so Black would continue his same routine by attacking and fleeing, but he kept getting stronger and stronger every fight. It eventually gets to the point where Black can transform into Rose, and now even with Super Saiyan 4, Gohan, and a Cell full power, they can't stand a chance. Trunks would have broken the Sea Sword, and they would have freed Elder Kai, and Elder Kai would give him the ultimate form, and Trunks would just be training with the ultimate form. One day on the planet when Trunks was training, he would suddenly hear Shin scream. He would immediately go investigate what's going on, but Trunks is shocked to see Shin is dead, and Kibito on the ground nearly dead. He was seeing a green guy, which this is of course Zamasu. Trunks would have asked, "Who are you?" Zamasu is shocked to see a mortal training with the gods. He says how disgusting how a mortal should be up here. Zamasu would try attacking Trunks, but Trunks just easily stops him. Trunks even kills him and would heal Kibito and asks Kibito what's going on. Kibito would say watch out as a ki blast is sent towards them both, but Kibito would grab Trunks and Elder Kai, who's just sleeping somewhere, and they would teleport to Earth. They are surprised how Earth is destroyed. They would have felt Gohan and Baby's ki, so they would quickly teleport to their location, and they would see Vegeta Black. Trunks is surprised to see his father, and both Gohan and Cell are both beaten up. And Gohan would explain how that's not Vegeta and it's imposter. Trunks would have snapped out of it and would transform into his ultimate form to attack Black. This fight would be more even since Trunks has been training this whole time and his potential was unlocked. Trunks would start to utilize Kai Kai and teleport around Black. He starts getting beat up from all areas until he kicks Black in the face, sending him flying. Trunks would charge up a Masenko, then blasting it towards Black. Black gets his guard on, but somebody teleports right in front of him, taking the blast. As the smoke clears, this is of course Zamasu. Trunks thought he killed him, but Zamasu reveals that he's immortal. So Zamasu will heal Black and Black becomes stronger, and they are ready to fight. But Cell and Gohan joins Trunks since Kibito's healed them, so Gohan and Trunks would fight Black, and Zamasu would fight Cell. Zamasu and Cell are pretty much even, but Cell has the advantage in abilities. So Cell does try killing Zamasu, but Zamasu just regenerates. So Cell does have a plan. He would punch Zamasu, with this stunning him. This would give him the chance to absorb Zamasu. Zamasu tries fighting back, but the man just gets gobbles up. Now you may be wondering, is Cell immortal? Well, no. I would think that he does have infinite ki though. So Cell would go join the others with the fight against Black. And Black is surprised. He can feel Zamasu's ki, but it's within Cell. He asks Cell, what did he do with Zamasu? Cell with a little smirk would say how he absorbed him. And Black is disgusted to hear this. Black would have decided to just finish the Zero Mortals plan on his own. So he would power up to the max, then would attack the Z Fighters. Trunks and Gohan would try combining their attacks to at least do some damage to Black, but Black would send barrages of Ki Blast, getting them off him. They would immediately teleport away, but this was Black's plan. He would instantly start to attack Cell, and he is able to land some devastating blows. He's about to send the finishing blow, but he would see a blast coming towards him. He would easily dodge the blast, but Trunks teleports behind him, kicking him down on the ground. Black would have landed on the ground, but Gohan would teleport right in front of him, blasting a Kamehameha at point blank range. Black was consumed by the blast, but to the surprise of everyone, Black was still alive. He would start laughing. "You mortals will never understand. The pain would make me stronger." In an instant, Black would blast Gohan, sending him flying. Cell and Trunks tries their best holding off Black, but Black would easily beat them both. Black would mainly focus on Cell, since if he can kill him first, then he can get Zamasu back if it works like that. While Cell is getting a beating to his life, Kibito would have teleported to Trunks and Gohan, and he would have healed them. Both Trunks and Gohan thinks it's hopeless and that they don't have enough power to defeat Black. But Uraraka would tell them that there is one way they can win, and he gives them his earrings. He tells them that they can fuse. Black is about to land a finishing blow on Cell, but at a distance, they would see a humongous glow. All of a sudden, Black would have gotten punched by someone. Black would have seen Trunks. No, Gohan? He doesn't know who this is. We are neither Trunks nor Gohan. We are Trunhan. A calm mystical aura would surround Trunhan as he transforms into Ultimate. Black is about to say something, but he would start to get hit from everywhere. Each hit is devastating. Black can't even see the fusion. "Is that all you got?" Black would try kicking the fusion, but it was a simple illusion, as the real one would have teleported in front of Black, sending a devastating upper hook. Black was sent flying up into the air, almost at the atmosphere. You mortals using Patara earring like you're gods. I'll show you a true power of a god." Black would start charging up a Black Gallic gun, pouring all his energy into the blast. Trunhan would start to charge up his own blast, a Masenko Kamehameha. Both of them would send their blast at each other. Their blasts would clash as this would shake the entire earth. Both Black and Trunhan is pouring everything they got into their blast, but Trunhan decides to stop holding back. He starts to power up into Super Saiyan 4 on top of Ultimate, and his blast starts to overpower Black's. Black would scream as he is caught up in a blast, being sent to space, then being disintegrated. Beautiful glowing blue and yellow lights shine all over space and Earth. Trunhan smiles as it's finally over. He diffuses back into Trunks and Gohan, and Gohan would suggest that they go to Namek to revive Shin and everyone who was killed by Black, so it would take some time, but they was able to find New Namek. Gohan would go with Kibito, and once they teleport to New Namek, they would have met Mori, and would explain why they're there. Mori is surprised and would read their minds, and he would of course want to help Gohan. He is one of their saviors from King Cold. So Gohan would quickly gather all the Dragon Balls, and Piranga is summoned. Quick note, Piranga here has been upgraded, so he can revive multiple people at once. So Gohan would have wished for everyone to be revived who was killed by Black and Zamasu. This would include Shin. Gohan's second wish is for everything to be rebuilt on Earth. And for his final wish, well, I don't know. If Gohan would make a final wish, he could revive everyone who was killed by the androids, but they've been dead for decades. And that it would just be awkward, so he doesn't make a final wish. He would just let Mori get the final wish. Gohan would thank Mori, but Mori thanks Gohan for helping his planet all that time ago. And he would decide to give Gohan a leaving gift, as he calls for Dende. And Dende would be happy to see Gohan, and he would tell him that he's going to go to Earth with him and be Earth's new guardian. Gohan would be thankful and thanks everyone again as he waves goodbye. As they teleport away, everything would go happily in the future timeline. They have the Dragon Balls again and everything is rebuilt, and Shin is alive. Both Trunks and Kibito is happy to see him, and they would inform Shin on everything that happened, and Shin is just glad that they defeated Black. But all of a sudden, a massive light appears near them, and in the light are two beings, which this is an angry god of destruction, Lord Beerus, and Whis. Beerus would be pissed and would ask Shin how he died. So Shin would explain everything that happened in the Black arc. And Beerus is still a bit mad that he couldn't deal with his Black, but at least he was dead. But Beerus was interested in the Saiyans and remembered his dream about a Super Saiyan God. We head back to the present timeline as 1 year has passed, and everything is pretty peaceful. The Saiyans were able to get some major gains. Goku, Shallot, and Vegeta was able to get Ultra Instinct Omen. Shallot and Goku is able to transform into the form. But for Vegeta, it's a bit harder for him to contain the form. For Giblet, he didn't think Ultra Instinct was for him, plus he didn't want to keep following the same path as the others. So, getting motivation from Yamoshi, he wants to find his own way of power, and he decides to start training with Beerus. Yamoshi is still trying to figure out how to evolve, but he thinks he has a plan. Back at Earth, everyone is doing their own thing. Raditz is training with Gohan and Baby, and Raditz was able to control his Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker form. Gohan decides to focus more on his God Ki, so he was able to get the blue form and perfect it. And with Baby, even though he doesn't have all of Frieza's potential, he does have 1/4 of it, so he would transform into the golden form, and he has decent control on it, but he is still training so he can not waste too much stamina. Orin and Piccolo are training with the Kais, and with them both training intensely with each other, Orin can multiply Kaioken to times 150 and the times 150 on top of the ultimate form. And Piccolo will also combine his ultimate form with the Kaioken, and Piccolo can also go 150, but he can go further to 200 times, but that's only for emergencies. Like normal, Goku is super bored, especially with nothing happening over a year. He would go to Zeno, and like normal, a tournament of power is formed. Goku now has to find a team, so he recruits Vegeta, Shallot, and Giblet. Yamoshi actually declines his offer, and Goku is shocked, and he asks why. Yamoshi just said that he has an idea on how to get stronger, but he doesn't know if it's going to work or not. Goku tells Yamoshi what's going to happen to their universe if they lose, but Yamoshi simply say that he is confident that they can win without him. Then, giving Goku a smile, Goku will respect Yamoshi's decision, and Yamoshi would ask Whis if he can be sent back to Otherworld. Whis would just take him back, and Goku would go to Earth and recruit Gohan, Raditz, and a Baby, and would quickly spar with them. Goku would fly towards Broly's direction, telling him about the tournament, and Broly would join. 17 is going to stay on the island protecting the animals. Now there's 8 people and he only needs 2. He knows who to get though. He flies towards Piccolo and Piccolo is recruited. And Piccolo would teleport to the Kai's planet to ask Orin to join. So they got their 10 fighters. Goku, Vegeta, Giblet, Shallot, Gohan, Raditz, Baby, Broly, Piccolo, and Orin. So eventually they will be transported to the arena, and after seeing some of the other universe's warriors, the Grand Priest will tell everyone that the tournament begins now. And I will be explaining every fight since that would just take too long. So I would be explaining the most important battles. So like normal, the tournament begins and nobody listens to Gohan's plans besides Raditz, Piccolo, Baby, Broly, and Orin. Giblet and Shallot will be together fighting against Universe 2, and Goku and Vegeta would fight Universe 9, then eventually eliminating all their warriors. Gohan's group would have eventually separated, and Gohan and Piccolo and Broly would have dealt with Universe 10 and eliminating all their fighters. And now everyone starts to notice how dangerous and powerful Universe 7 was. Kel and Caulifla would fight Goku like normal, but this time Kel wouldn't get jealous, so Goku and Caulifla would keep on fighting each other until they noticed the battle is getting nowhere. So Goku transforms into Super Saiyan God, and Caulifla smiles as she also transforms into Super Saiyan God. And now you may be wondering how. Well, once Universe 7 won, Champa was surprised to see a mortal who was near his brother's level. So once they went back to Universe 6, he wanted to train his fighters. So Kaba, Hit, Caulifla, Kel, Megetta, and Botamo, and Frost are way stronger than Canon. Goku is shocked to see another Saiyan with God Ki. He smiles as he knows he's going to enjoy his battle. Universe 11 Pride Troopers would try to eliminate some of Universe 7's fighters. So the Pride Troopers would gang up on Orin, but Orin would immediately transform into Ultimate, then screaming out Kaioken times 100! Orin would start to blitz the Pride Troopers, eliminating all of them from the ring. So Universe 11 only had Toppo, Jiren, and Dispo. Shala and Giblet would soon eliminate all of Universe 2, and Baby and Raditz dealt with Universe 4 and their tricky fighters, but they was eventually eliminated as well as their universe. Universe 3 quickly combined all their fighters and made Anilaza. He would start to make chaos as he would interrupt Khalifa and Goku's battle. Anilaza would try attacking Universe 7 and 6. So Gohan, Piccolo, Raditz, Baby, and Broly dealt with Anilaza, and this is just overkill. Anilaza can't deal with all these powerful fighters as he's eliminated, and Universe 3 was also. Universe 7 would focus on Universe 11 since they had less fighters than Universe 6. Universe 7 still has everyone, and Universe 11 only has Dispo, Toppo, and Jiren. And Universe 6 has Khalifa, Kel, Kaba, Hit, Sonil, Karina, Frost, and Megetta. Dispo would be fighting against Hit, Toppo would be fighting against Shalid and Giblet, and everyone else in Universe 7 would be fighting against Jiren. Like normal, Hit would eliminate Dispo but with even more ease than canon. Shalid and Giblet would both transform into Super Saiyan Blue, and Toppo don't stand a chance against the Saiyan twins' combined attacks. So he would transform into his God of Destruction form and would push the two twins back. Toppo would send a Hakai Blast towards them both, and they are easily able to dodge. They would charge at Toppo as Toppo does the same. They start to clash as the intense battle, and both of the twins have to stay on their toes since Toppo is trying his best to make sure they don't work together, and he's doing pretty good. Shalid would try blasting a wild cannon at him, but Toppo simply tanks the attack. Toppo takes this chance to kick Shalid and sends a Hakai at him. Shalid doesn't have the time to dodge the attack, and he is ready to block it, but someone moves in front of him taking the attack. This was of course Giblet, and Giblet was sent flying off the ring. Shalid is surprised, why would his brother do that? And Giblet simply says that Shalid is the stronger one, and he needs to stay in the ring. So Shalid, not wanting to let his brother down, would de-transform back into base. He closes his eyes and Toppo is confused on what is he doing. A massive glow would surround Shalid as he transforms into Ultra Instinct. And Toppo is shocked by the power. He tries attacking Shalid, but Shalid easily dodges. Toppo tries his best attacking Shalid, but anything he does can't even touch him. Eventually, Shalid would have sent a devastating punch to his gut. This made Toppo cough up blood, and Shalid continues to send fury of punches, and as he kicks Toppo away, Toppo is getting annoyed, so he charges up a Hakai, and he's pouring all his energy to this blast, and Shalid would charge up his own blast. Toppo would send the Hakai towards Shalid, but Shalid is still charging up his attack, and it seems like Toppo's blast hits Shalid, and this worries Toppo a bit, thinking that he destroyed him, but all of a sudden someone said, "I'm over here." Toppo immediately looks behind him and sees Shalid, but it's too late as Shalid sends his Wild Buster Cannon. Toppo gets sent flying off the ring as he is eliminated. Shalid is exhausted, so he waits and tries to get his stamina back before joining his team. Jiren has been holding his own against Universe 7, but once everyone starts to power up to their fullest, Jiren decides to stop playing around as he goes for power, blowing everyone back, and this would give him the chance to blast Raditz off the ring and punching Gohan off the ring. Before he can eliminate more people, everyone would start attacking Jiren. Goku and Vegeta would quickly transform into Ultra Instinct, and Broly would transform into his legendary Super Saiyan form. Orin and Piccolo would use Kaioken on top of their ultimate forms, and they all attack Jiren, not holding back anything. And Jiren is getting annoyed as Broly is the powerhouse doing the most damage, and the rest of them are assisting him. Every time Jiren tries attacking Broly, someone blasts him, getting in his way. So when Baby tried blasting Jiren, he would tank it and would dash towards Baby, punching him so hard that he goes unconscious. Before he can eliminate him, Broly would attack him, Both Jiren and Broly are clashing it out, but Broly has the upper hand. Jiren would notice that nobody is supporting Broly, and he would see all of them charging a beam. Jiren tries blasting at them, but Broly would surround a barrier around Jiren. Jiren tries breaking free, but the barrier is just too strong. Broly would throw up the barrier in the air, telling everyone to do it now. Everyone sends their most powerful blast at Jiren, and Jiren not being able to do nothing is sent flying out the ring, with Jiren being eliminated. This means Universe 11 has been erased. Everyone is tired out, but they know they still have one more universe to deal with, this being Universe 6. Piccolo would go over to heal Baby a little, and Baby would wake up thanking Piccolo. Universe 7 is ready to fight. So Goku would fight Khalifa, Broly would fight Kel, Vegeta would fight Kaba, Orin would fight Hid, Baby would fight Frost, Vegeta would fight Piccolo, and Shallot would fight the two Namekians. The battles are intense for everyone. Shallot would be holding his own against Sonale and Palina, and he would transform into Super Saiyan Blue since Sonale and Palina's teamwork is pushing him. Even in Super Saiyan Blue, the two Namekians are holding their own. Sonale would go in for an attack, but Shallot would immediately go Ultra Instinct for a quick second, and would punch Sonale, and Sonale is sent flying off the ring. Palina is surprised, but instantly Shallot appears in front of him using a wild cannon, eliminating him. Shallot would also go back down to his base form, exhausted. Piccolo's fight is intense since Vegeta has been trained, so insults would not work on a Metal Brute. Piccolo would use his ultimate form on top of Kaioken to try to blitz Vegeta, but the Metal Man is just able to tank the attacks. So Piccolo would decide to clone himself, and all his clones blitz Vegeta, and Vegeta would start to get annoyed as he starts to feel pain. But the clones would stretch out their arms, locking down Vegeta. Vegeta would try to break free, but the real Piccolo charges a blast and sends it towards Vegeta, which Vegeta is sent off the ring. Baby would be even with Frost in base, and when Baby transformed into Golden, Frost transforms into his new Emerald form. They both would clash, and they are still even in power. They both would blast each other, sending them both back. Both of them would charge at each other with great speeds, and they are ready to make this attack the final blow. Both of them would punch each other so hard that they are both sent flying out the ring. Orin and his battle is an intense one, both Orin and Hit having similar but different techniques. Orin is using Ultimate Kaioken and is able to be on par with Hit, but Hit time skips improve more during the fight. Orin's abilities is definitely tricking up Hit, but Hit's abilities is tricking up Orin. Hit decides to stop playing around as an intense aura surrounds Hit. It's the same Ultra Instinct aura that Shallot had. Hit has just transformed into his Ultra Instinct, and Orin doesn't even get time to process what's happening as instantly he gets attacked from everywhere, and Orin doesn't stand a chance against Hit, so Hit would eliminate Orin. He would go down back to base, still have enough energy to fight. Vegeta and Kaba's fight would go intensely. They both would have transformed into Super Saiyan, then Super Saiyan God, then Blue, and they would really enjoy themselves. Vegeta would learn a little bit more about Sadala in Universe 6, and he would also want to meet Planet Sadala from Universe 6. So he would promise Kaba if he wins, he would bring back Universe 6, and Kaba would thank him. But then Vegeta stops playing around as he goes Ultra Instinct, one-shotting Kaba off the ring. Man, this really is an Ultra Instinct bargain sale. Anyways, Broly and Kel's match is close, with Kel showing off her own legendary Super Saiyan form. And Broly's surprised that there's other Saiyans like him who has the same power, so Broly would show off his legendary Super Saiyan form and they would clash, noticing who clearly has more power. So Kel would stop holding back as he transforms, but it's more of a purple pinkish color. She transforms into her own type of Super Saiyan Blue form, but she calls it her violet form. Since green and blue makes violet, we decided to make this transformation unique to her. So Broly and Kel would clash, and we go into the fight with Goku and Khalifa fighting each other at full power, and they are even, but Goku may have the advantage since he has more experience with blue and has perfected the form. So The battle keeps going on, and Kale and Khalifa would look at each other, nodding their heads. They both would pull something out of their pockets and would put it on their ear. It's shown that these are Patara earrings. Both Kale and Khalifa were sent flying towards each other, and they would start to glow as a new fighter is born. They called themselves Kefla. Kefla would immediately blitz towards Piccolo as she would eliminate him. She's surprised by her power and how fast she is. She would focus on the main threats, Goku, Broly, and Vegeta, and Hit was fighting with Shallot, with their fight being insanely close, especially once they both went UI Omen. But Hit would take the win here, since Hit's time skip improved so much that there's probably no limits to how far his time skip can grow, and Shallot wouldn't be able to stand a chance. And now Kefla is fighting Goku, Vegeta, and Broly, and she is forced to transform into her Super Saiyan form. But once Vegeta, Goku transform into UI, and Broly would go down to his Super Saiyan form since he's running out of stamina, Kefla would transform into her Violet form, and Hit would decide to help out as he handles Broly. Kefla would be bodying the two Saiyans, not letting them work together. She mostly attacks Vegeta since he's the weaker one. Kefla would look over at Hit, and Hit looks over at Kefla, knowing that she is ready. When Broly goes in for a punch, Hit would punch Broly in the chest, putting him in a time prison. He would scream at Kefla to do it now as she blitzes Broly, kicking him off the ring. Vegeta and Goku knows that this isn't good. Nearly everyone was eliminated, and now it's up to them two to protect their universe. Goku will start to think about his family, his friends, and he knows that he can't let them down. Vegeta will also think about his family, his newborn daughter, his wife, his son, and the promise he made with Kaba. He can't let them down. Both Goku and Vegeta would start to glow, and Kefla would send two massive blasts at them, but they both catch the blast. And Kefla is surprised. The glow on their body would dissipate as their hair is silver, and everyone is shocked to see that Goku and Vegeta has went to the full power state of Ultra Instinct. Kefla tried attacking them, but they simply dodged. Vegeta would have punched Kefla in the gut, stunning her. Then Goku would have kicked her, making her flying back. Kefla would scream that she couldn't lose. Kefla decides to put everything on her next attack as her ki flares up and an intense ki starts to attack everywhere. Both Goku and Vegeta are dodging her attacks, knowing that even if one of those blasts hits them, they will go down. So both of them will start to charge up their own blast. Kefla is trying her best to eliminate them. Kefla would charge up her blast and blasting at Goku and Vegeta. Goku and Vegeta will have a cool scene as both of them would dodge her blast, and at point blank range they would send their blast at her. She screams as she's blown out of the ring, and both Goku and Vegeta are exhausted, but they know they wasn't done as they look at Hit, and Hit knows that he doesn't stand a chance. Using the remainder of his energy, he would go Ultra Instinct. Both Goku and Vegeta charges at Hit, but as soon as they get close to him, they both clamber down on the ground as they both de-transforms, with purple lightning surrounding them both. They will be on the ground in pain. Hit will tell them, "This isn't the way how I wanted to win, but this is for the survival of my universe." Hit would easily send a blast, eliminating both Goku and Vegeta, and surprisingly, Hit from Universe 6 has won the Tournament of Power, as Universe 7 was eliminated. The Super Dragon Balls are summoned and Hit has to make a wish, and at first he doesn't know what to wish for, but he decides to bring back all the universes. I feel like Hit would have noticed that thanks to everyone, especially Universe 7 and Champa, that he has this power now, and his time skip improved so much. So the Grand Priest would have made the wish, and Champa smiled as he said, "Now we are even, brother." Universe 7 was happy with what Universe 6 did. Immediately, Goku, Vegeta, Shallot, and Giblet is ready to get back into training, and everyone else would have the motivation to also get back to their training. So some time would pass, and And there is no Broly movie since, well, Broly was never exiled and he has been here from the start. So we move on to the next arc, which contains manga spoilers, so if you don't want to get spoiled, I suggest you leave right now. But once Beerus comes to Earth, he looks for Goku and Vegeta. He would ask for their help against an evil magician and an evil Saiyan. If you guys did enjoy part 10, let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as they are free and you can always unsubscribe later. The like goal for this video is 30 likes, and once we hit that, then jokutube would make his part. But with all of that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.